Hello and welcome to the Dune Minute Podcast, your place to dive deep minute by minute into the cinematic adaptation of Frank Herbert's World of Dune. I'm one of your hosts, John.
And I'm Zach.
And we are still on Salusa Secundus, seconds also. It's still rainy and shitty out, and priests are just throat singing away.
I doubt they have a lot of non-rainy, shitty days there.
Honestly, to me, that's perfect. Give me all the rainy, shitty days.
I think even you would get tired of this one.
No, I wouldn't.
I would not. I'm pretty sure.
Guarantee.
Well, you might like the weather. I don't think you'd like all the wild beasts and Sardaukar just kill everyone.
No, not that part. Yeah. I only want the shitty weather. So I guess I'll just move to the Pacific Northwest and call it a day.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
So
it's not overcrowded over there or anything.
No. So we're talking about minutes 73 and 74 or through 274. This minute starts off with two talking dudes, ends with one panicking lady.
Jessica's really just going through it, isn't she?
Just every other time we see her, man, she's just a bundle of nerves.
I mean, same, but yeah. So we're starting the minute, still looking at the helmet.
Yep.
Or the Sardaukar warrior with his helmet on, Darth Vader breathing and everything. But then we're introduced quickly to a new character. It's never told how it's pronounced, and admittedly, he's not a major character. Bashar.
That's how I pronounce it in my head. Bashar. Yeah. Basher.
I mean, it could be Basher.
That would make sense. Yeah. It could just be Basher.
Seemingly is in charge of these 3 battalions of Sardaukar. Now, I don't know if he's in charge of the Sardaukar as a whole or if he only, is a battalion leader or whatever, but
sure.
He's the dude that's in charge in this moment.
Yeah.
And who is he with? None other than Piter de Vries.
Oh, Piter de Vries. He's back. And with the silliest rain gear I've ever.
I have a note in here too about his silly raincoat, and I love it.
He's already bald. And this is just a skin cap.
Yep.
Skull cap, I guess I should say.
It's the most skin tight rain suit. It's like a wetsuit, but also with it's a headgear.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. There's not even a brim.
No.
to keep it out of
his face sticking out of this little hole.
It's so silly.
He's just getting rained on. And
I love it for the comedic value, but this is doing nothing. I don't think
there's any intended comedic value.
Probably not. No. This is doing nothing for rain protection.
No.
Other than just, I guess, literally keeping it off his skin.
I think Thufir Hawat's little parasol would have done better. His little paper parasol would have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much better, but Thufir doesn't have to worry about rainstorms on Arrakis. So.
It's true. Not yet. So
one day
we get, we still got the priest throat singing in the back, like you said.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, whopper.
And we have Bashar asking, why do you need Sardaukar since the Harkonnens outnumber the Atreides?
It's Harkonnen?
Harkonnen, excuse me.
You giving it some fucking Dune Lynch pronunciation over here.
Yeah, that is how they say it there.
Harkonnen.
Yeah. Harkonnens.
Landsdrad.
I'm telling you, man, that was my first, other than reading the book, that was the first thing that I saw, Dune words spoken out loud. So I will inadvertently revert to those pronunciations.
No, that's fair. But yes, the Harkonnens outnumber the Atreides, and Piter de Vries' only response is, yeah, but the Atreides legions are the finest in the Imperium, trained by Gurney Halleck and Duncan Idaho.
Yeah.
Our 2 boys.
I took this as, okay, so they're not negotiating. I mean, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. They're not negotiating. The deal's already done. They're gonna go help the Harkonnens.
Yeah.
But I took this as
what the fuck?
Yeah. He's like, why do you need us?
Yeah.
And I took this as kind of a jab from Piter to Bashar's ego a little bit, or kind of play into his vanity.
Sure.
When he says, "Oh, we're fighting against the finest people ever," and he's like, "Ha! We are the finest people ever."
Yep.
Just as kind of like a motivator, like a motivating.
It's just like the biggest scoff, and he's just like,
yeah, exactly.
We are Sardaukar, the Emperor's blades. Those who will stand against us will fall.
Yep.
I don't know why that was really hard for me to read, but
you should say it as he says it.
I can't.
So we talked a lot about languages yesterday.
We did, and there was something that I forgot to bring up that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Now,
go.
So, David Peterson makes mention of how Sardaukar language is in groups of 12 syllables.
Okay. The singing or the actual spoken language?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't, admittedly, I was more focused on the singing, counting the syllables, and that is absolutely correct. There's actually, in David Peterson's website, a transcription of and phonetic pronunciation of the priests singing and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of Basher's lines in there.
They're in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't count the syllables for Basher's though, but
that's
singing
why
is definitely 12.
Well, that's why I asked, singing or spoken, because later on, no, he's not sticking to a strict 12 syllable thing, in his dialogue. But
that's true. He does kind of just have a couple short mumblings and stuff.
But I can absolutely see that for the singing and how it would be a lot more regimented and methodical and ritualistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Hamburger, Whopper, cheeseburger.
I think I read this from a post that David Peterson put on Reddit.
Okay.
Himself. This is straight from him. That the Sardaukar language was effectively English or, Gaelic. Thank you. So the in-universe language that we hear everyone else speaking that we can understand, English for in quotes, whatever.
Yeah.
It is effectively that, but a brutally efficient version of that.
Condensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they take out like vowel sounds. They take out anything that doesn't that reduces their efficiency in talking. And once I learned that, you can actually listen to the words that Bashar says and you can kind of hear the English in there. Especially the sentence that he says at the very end. I think it's the translation is
the Emperor commands that it is done.
Yeah. That it is done. It's just it's a done kind of thing. That's kind of how you hear him say. He's like, oh, okay, cool. You can pick out the English in there and you can see the couple steps
the opposite of Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez, don't bring Jar Jar into this. But not the worst part of that movie, by the way. I'll stand on that hill. Jar Jar is not the worst part of that movie.
I agree with that. I mean, it's still
a bad part.
It's fucked up. Yeah.
But it's not the worst part.
Watto's the worst part, dude.
Oh,
they're both racist as fuck, but oof. Anyways, there's no racism.
Well, no, there's
racism
in this one too.
I take it back.
So the Sardaukar spoken language, it's a form of the common tongue Gaelic in the Dune universe. Shortened.
The common tongue in the Dune universe isn't Gaelic. It's no, Gaelic is modern Irish.
Well, that's okay. Why did you correct me to Gaelic then?
You said
Galak. Is that what you?
Galak.
Galak. That's what I've been meaning to say. Not Gaelic. I knew that felt wrong.
Yeah.
It felt wrong when I said it. It left a bad taste in my mouth. It's not Gaelic. It's Galak. Whatever.
You're going to have to go back and edit the shit out of that.
No, I'll just leave it. We got there. Yeah. Stop your emails. Delete the drafts. We corrected ourselves.
Chill out.
We caught it in episode. So it is just a condensed version of the common Galak language, which is cool. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Yeah.
So Bashar knows that the Emperor okayed this deal.
Yeah.
He says it, Ember commands it or, wills it or whatever. It will be done.
Yeah.
So
it is done.
It is done. Thank you. Do you think it's safe to say that he knows more of the plan? Or
I think he was just instructed, hey,
go with the Harkonnens, fight the Atreides.
Kill anyone that isn't a Harkonnen.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe kill some of the Harkonnens.
Yeah, maybe kill some of them too.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a question that popped in my head. I was like, how much does he know about this overall plan? Probably not the long term stuff, but he would have to know.
But I feel like he's also not. I mean, maybe he is stupid. We don't know, but
he's a tool.
Smart enough to know that they're just going in there and cleaning house so the Harkonnens can get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't care after this. After that
all
one or two steps.
All he gives a shit about is just going and kill some dudes.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't care. He's like, you don't have to explain the reasons to me. Just tell me where to go and who to stab.
Yeah.
And we're good.
The Emperor's telling me to do this. All right. Who gives a shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right around this time, the priest ends his chant.
And they all stand up at once.
Yep.
All 2,400 of the 3 battalions.
The 3 battalions there.
As agreed upon.
Right after we get the "it is done" line from Bashar, Peter nods at him, and he looks so uncomfortable.
Well, he's in his little rain condom. I'd be uncomfortable in that too.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Peter de Vries is bald, so he doesn't have his hair being pulled, by that.
That's true. That's very true. So that's our time. That concludes our time on Seleucus Secundus.
Yep. We're back on Arrakis now, and Jessica is going through it.
So there's really not much more to talk about in this minute, even though there are, at this point, 17 seconds left in the minute.
Yeah, it's just 17 seconds of Jessica stressing out.
Yep. Walking down a hallway. She's crying into her hands. She's clearly very upset. I guess this is what happened after her conversation with Paul. She's stressing.
I know you're pregnant. All right, I'm going to go get a snack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She just immediately starts panicking. Not sure about what just yet, but we will figure it out here soon. So that's kind of where it ends. This scene on Seleucus Secundus. So for some book tie-ins, kind of where we are in the story, this scene on Seleucus Secundus does not happen in the books.
Yep.
We get a lot of allusions to the Sardaukar through just various pieces of dialogue to where we can kind of piece all this stuff together. So this, again, was I imagine this was a conglomeration of a lot of the dialogue throughout the book into very condensed, these people are fanatics. These people are crazy, hardened warriors.
Yeah.
And it showed us all that within, a minute and a half span.
Sure. I mean, yeah, they have bloodletting rituals and blood on the face of the warriors and the breathing heavily through their scary masks and all that. These are the quote unquote bad guys, even though everybody's a bad guy in this movie.
Yep.
Except for maybe the Fremen.
Depends on at what point you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
that's why I said maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So no direct book correlation right here, but a lot of scattered references and everything kind of rolled together to get this scene that we just saw. So
sure.
Good, effective way of showing exactly how tough these people are.
Yeah, they're kind of badasses.
They are. They're the Emperor's, terror troops is what they're sometimes referred to.
They're stormtroopers, but they don't suck.
Yeah, exactly. Effective stormtroopers. Cool. So that's all the notes I had for this minute. Anything else from your end?
Nope. I got to nerd out yesterday, so
okay, you're good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we will be back tomorrow. You can check us out on all the socials: Instagram, Twitter, email. Said them a million times. If you're wanting to reach out to us on Instagram, it's at the Dune Minute. Twitter, Dune Minute. And if you want to send us an email, it's duneminute@gmail.com.
That's correct. We will be back tomorrow for a Friday episode to close the week out and talk a little bit about a tender moment.
Oh, yeah. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See ya.